Hello and welcome to another episode of Major Idiots Podcast. I am your host, Sean McConnell. I don't know why I talked like that. Along with me is my fellow hosts, Alex DeGenero, Brian Lahosky, and the voluptuous, effervescent, wonderful man known as Alex Town. How are you guys doing today?
I think we cooled down after last episode. We're good now.
Yeah, we
Everything's
gave each other
fine.
a spanking.
Oh, yeah, we're directly recording this right after another episode. None of us have changed our clothes to try and fool you.
Nah,
No, we
well,
just only have like very few articles of clothing,
yeah.
Mhm.
so we're not breaking the illusion at all.
No,
Brian actually
this is
put
all
on
I own.
another pair of socks.
Yeah. Well, don't tell them that.
And your shoes are still on.
Oh, yeah, they still
Your
are.
loafers.
Disgusting.
You could put socks, shoes, and then
You're
another
wearing
pair
Crocs.
of socks
Yeah.
over your shoes.
Yeah, Crocs are wonderful. Crocs are inside shoes. Okay.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Then
DeGenero,
just get sandals.
Crocs are the death of fashion. Hey, speaking of death, dude, how'd you like that? Was that
Oh, it's-
good?
So today's topic, we're going to talk about any characters in media, whether it be film, television,
Video game.
video games,
I
like
can't
that
believe
kind
you
of
missed
media,
Video game.
that have died that we wish didn't die, or that their storyline could have been continued.
Yes.
We
and how
didn't
it could have
really
affected the story.
discuss
blah, blah, blah.
about like those characters being resurrected at a later time, but I feel like that doesn't count.
no.
So like I'm
no,
not going to bring
that's
up.
Game of Thrones.
That's
It's like
Game of
that's
Thrones.
Jon Snow.
That's Jon Snow. That's Spock. That's other characters.
That's
that have
every
died.
character
Yeah.
in
That
Dragon
gets
Ball.
taken back, brought
Yeah,
back.
how many times have Goku
we
died
can't
right
do
now?
that. We
Three.
can't. All of the Fast and Furious movies. I'm sorry, they all died at some point, and have come back. But we're not going to
Yeah.
touch on that. We're going to
Should-
talk about.
Should all mine just be like Bowser from Mario 1, Bowser
Yeah.
from Mario 3? Why did Mario have to kill him?
Why did you leave?
I should
Um, Yeah,
I miss my wife, Tails.
My wife. So, which one of you fine gentlemen would like to start us off today?
I don't want to start first.
I
Okay.
can.
All right,
Brian,
Brian.
Go ahead and
A
start
wonderful volunteer, Brian.
Well,
Yeah.
I am going to bring up, because Sean mentioned what the movie, or he mentioned that one of his picks is from Alien 3. So a bit of a spoiler for your pick, but mine is also from Alien 3, but it is not the character that you think it's going to be. It is Clemens from Alien 3. If you guys don't know who Clemens is, he is, so to give you context, in that movie, Ripley crash lands on the prison planet. Clemens is the doctor who works there. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember him.
He had a tragic past. He talks about it halfway through the movie at the midpoint of it. He's basically talking to Ripley. He's talking about why he's on the prison planet. He gave, I think, a patient a wrong form of medication. They died. He felt terrible about it. He was addicted to morphine.
That's
and
why he did it, because he was.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was built up to be like this lovely little arc that would have been fulfilled. And then guess what happened? A minute later, he was killed by the alien, which I know.
Oh
who
my
would've
God.
thought?
No, please.
But
Jesus.
to me, the reason why I didn't think this was a good choice, well, Alien 3 obviously has a lot of problems.
I mean, consider you made a half-hour breakdown of it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
That
cutting
you've
out that you.
unlisted.
Yeah,
However,
I
I
was gonna
fully
say
agree
I'm
with
wondering
that.
if I should just cut that out because I don't have that
No.
up anymore. That's an old review I made years ago, but it's not really
Almost 5 years ago.
good.
Mhm.
So now you've opened the floodgates. Now people will be like, "Where's the review?"
You're lucky I don't see about
It's
the
gone.
other
It's
series
not
you
coming
deleted
back.
from your channel.
Can you stop bringing that stuff up? That no, everyone's gonna be like, "Where is this stuff?"
I didn't say the title or anything. I just said there's another
Brian,
series you
Brian,
got rid of.
I don't think they're going to be that interested.
No, I don't think so either.
Oh my god.
Alien 3.
I'm adding some mystery to your character, Brian.
People at their
God.
house are like flipping tables, like, "Where's the review?"
Brian, this is giving you aura.
I know. But Alien 3, I think one of the biggest issues with that movie is I don't relate to a lot of the characters, and I don't really care if they live or die because they're prisoners. They're like
Yeah.
murderers. They're like terrible people. And having Clemens around kind of gave me a little bit more like hope when I first saw the movie. I was like, okay, now I have somebody to care about. And Ripley has obviously lost a lot of people in her life up to that point. So having him survive at the end would A, be a good redemption for his character arc, and B, it would have helped strengthen Ripley's arc, and she would have died with comfort knowing that there would have been someone in her life that made it. But that whole bit where like, and I hate in movies where like characters literally give their backstory just to like, make the audience feel for them, only for them to be killed off. But this is like record time. It's like literally right as he says his like monologue about why he's a piece of shit, he's instantly killed off.
What happens to him? Does
I
it
used
like
to
a
be-
tail goes through his head?
No,
or
the
something?
alien like punctures his head with like his like the tail.
tail. Okay, so
no,
I
not the
was
tail.
right.
The mouth.
The
the
Oh,
second
his
mouth.
head. Okay.
So he's literally like, here's my exposition. Oh,
Yeah, basically.
He
Yeah,
just like, oh, exposition.
yeah. And that's kind of what I still think. Overall, Alien 3 is not a bad movie. It's better than Alien Resurrection. We'll say that, but
Is that the new one?
no, Alien. that's
No.
Alien Romulus,
Okay.
Which
yeah.
actually, from what I understand, is very good.
It's
sure.
okay.
But Alien 3, I mean, I think it definitely would have benefited from having Clemens around a little bit longer, especially since the person who ends up surviving at the end of the movie is just like a background grunt who really had nothing to do with the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my picks. And
Yeah.
we're not doing top 5 or anything, by the way. We're just talking.
We're
about
just talking. This is just a nice little chat.
We're
with
just
friends
shooting
tonight.
this.
I hate numbering things.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Number 15.
No.
Well, who wants to go next then? Why don't you go next?
Mine
Sean,
is very
because- oh, okay,
spoiler
never mind.
heavy,
All
so
right.
I'm not saying me go next, but I'm just saying it's very spoilery for something
For-
that's going to
for
come
what?
up here.
Series.
Last of Us.
Well, I was gonna say, Sean, do you want to say your thing from Alien 3? Just because I'm already talking about
it. Sure, we can do that. So mine, I actually have 2 from Alien 3.
it. Oh, okay.
You want the cat to live?
Jonesy's probably living its best life on a space station somewhere.
Jonesy's doing fine.
But anyway, so mine are obvious. Actually, maybe I have 3.
Well, they're all grouped together.
Okay. So mine are obviously Hicks and Newt, because at the end of Aliens, we're left with this like hopeful moment of like, okay, maybe things are gonna be fine. She kind of has a family again. She has a surrogate daughter who literally called her mommy. And then Hicks, who, if you watch the extended edition of that, they flirt with each other, which they do throughout the regular one anyway. But it's all well and good. And then Alien 3 is immediately, they're just fucking dead. We're just gonna take everything away from her because instead of like, I don't agree with that choice at all. But I thought it was stupid. But the Hicks part is a little bit weird right now because there's a video game that came out, Alien Colonial Marines made him alive again. But I
Yeah.
don't know if that's canon still or not because they had said that previously that it was canon.
Probably not.
So I don't know. But I'm kind of hoping that it is because I like his character a lot.
But would you say Alien Romulus is canon? Because technically it takes place before everything in Alien or whatever.
No, it takes place right after Alien.
The first one?
Yeah.
No, okay.
That's
It's
where they get
between
the-
Alien and Aliens.
It's
Okay.
it's 20 years after the original Alien.
yes.
Yeah. So, because I like the character of Hicks, but Dylan in Alien 3.
Oh yeah.
I thought his character was pretty interesting. I wanted to know more about his character.
Yeah.
I mean, because obviously he had he was probably not a good person
No.
in his previous life, and him trying to sacrifice himself to stop the alien kind of seemed all. It didn't really stop the alien that much. It kind of just he was like, oh cool, I'm gonna stop this alien. I'm gonna try to fight it, and the alien just fucking kills him immediately, which we don't
Yeah.
see. But I guess it held it off long enough for her to dump the hot lead on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I liked how they handled Dylan in that.
I just
movie.
wanted to see. I wanted him to survive more, but
I guess. Nobody survives that movie. except for,
no, and including the dude who worked for the company that was like, I have a wife and kids. I want to go home.
Yeah.
Which he was kind of cool because he helped Ripley out at the end.
Was that 85?
I think so because he's the guy that hit Wayland in the back of the head.
Yeah, and then he got shot.
Yeah. So that's what I have for my first couple. Who wants the town? You want to go next, or do you want to go with your spoiler heavy for season 2?
Go ahead with The Last of Us.
Okay.
Talk about Alien 3.
So,
We're on a
if you
roll.
don't know, The Last of Us is a brand new hit show on HBO Max that has won many Oscars and recently finished
No,
production.
no,
in,
No,
Emmys.
no.
Oh, Emmys.
Oscars.
Sorry.
They won Tonys.
Tony.
I think they won a VMA.
Brian,
Yeah.
if it's obvious, I could care less about the award shows.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah, it's this award-winning show. Newsflash, people, it's a video game series that has been published for years.
No way.
No way. And basically, the character I'm talking about, which major spoiler alert, we're only like 10 minutes in, spoilers, is Joel,
Who's
also known as Pedro Pascal in Pascal what?
He said pastel.
I know.
Like the colors.
Brian, I have an echo in my head.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going crazy.
And that's not just from the computer.
Yeah.
That's just you.
He's inside of his own head.
You know,
Yeah.
I heard they used to, in
It's a
medieval
It's a dangerous
times,
place in there.
I heard they would drill holes in people's heads.
Yeah.
We'll just do that after the podcast.
No, that
Oh,
was
like
smart
Jeffrey
because that would
Dahmer?
alleviate pressure, and then it would kill them 2 months later.
So, I mean, after the next podcast, we'll just be the three of us. Do you know we'll be recovering in the hospital?
Yeah. Yes.
Dead.
Dead and dying. All right, yeah. So it's Joel from The Last of Us. Because if you don't know, in the second part, the second game is pretty much just all about revenge and about letting go. That's the major themes and thematics that the writer, is it Neil Druckmann?
I think so. I know he's
Something-
in charge of the studio, but I'm pretty sure
Is
it's
he
Neil
in charge
Druckmann.
of the studio
I
too?
thought he was.
That's a bad idea.
Oof.
He is one.
Tell me how I
naughty
really
dog,
feel.
You are
I'll
never
tell
going to
you
work
what.
for Naughty Dog.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Although I enjoy Naughty Dog games, I really do. But like with the writing on this one, it pissed so many people off, and including me. But I understand like the storytelling and thematics against like with that were involved with it.
You understand the reason why they killed him off.
Yes, to help push the story forward, but it wasn't a good story.
Okay.
Because halfway through the game, you're playing as Ellie, which is his surrogate daughter,
Right.
and then the other half of the game, you're playing as Abby, the person who killed Joel.
Right.
Scene because the whole thing takes place in a week.
Okay.
And basically, sort of a week, and then they do a time skip. But I'm going ahead. So it's a week in Seattle, or no? Is this? Yeah, it's Seattle. And basically, it's Ellie trying to find Abby, but keeps getting sidetracked and killing her friends trying to get information. And Abby is trying to find her lover that's already married, because he cheated on her with. Yeah, basically, it's just it gets so fucking complicated and stupid.
Do you think it would have been? Do you think it would have helped if Joel died at the end of the first game?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
No, because
I'm in
at
agreement.
the first game had the perfect ending because Joel destroyed the hospital, killed pretty much a majority of the Fireflies to cover his tracks, saying like they could make no cure for Ellie. Like there was no cure for this infection ever that was going to happen
Mhm.
Okay.
because that's why he did it, to save Ellie. They were just going to kill her and take her brain and hopefully
No
find
guarantee.
There was no guarantee they were going to make a vaccine.
Not to mention, how would they facilitate mass producing something of that?
Exactly.
like that.
Like it would make them the main target and enemy for everyone because they would be in control.
Right.
It would be the new government essentially, and people don't like that. So yeah, basically he dies in the beginning of the game, to a golf club. It's pretty
Ooh.
bad.
Yeah.
And I just think he should have died later in the game.
Okay.
I think his death is necessary to move forward.
But it cheapens the impact of the first game.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. 'Cause
Oh,
you
absolute-
build this relationship with those characters.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my god. No, he was like one of the prime like father figures everyone was loving and
Yeah.
everything.
And
And
Sony
then-
pushed him as being like a flagship character.
Yeah, he was a
for
flagship
PlayStation.
character. And yeah, within an hour. Because mind you, this is Naughty Dog. They don't bullshit. Most of their games are cinematic now. There's
Mhm.
like you can wander around, fight a few enemies here and there, but it's mostly just aesthetics and pleasing things. That's a lot of like what Sony's doing and releasing nowadays.
Mhm.
Cutscene in the game.
Cutscene the game, yes. So yeah, he should have died later.
Okay.
It should have been Ellie and something else, like they got attracted or they heard opportunities to like unite communities or whatever. Like she wanted to still make a difference, but like wanted to just like build more of a nation, whatever. But instead, like they met Abby and he died, or like maybe Joel could have like given his life up to save Ellie and whatnot, because he sort of does, but he just tells Ellie to shut up and just lets him get beat to death with a with a golf club.
I think I would have changed that.
You fucking kidding me? Did my camera go out?
Yeah.
That click was
I think look, the rubber band moved.
a million decibels.
What the hell?
No, it's not good. Whoa!
Whoa.
Brian
Um,
did something, and now we're here.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So, I would have changed that with that. I know we're talking about ones that we would kill, but I don't like that they killed off the character of Joel. I feel like that was very much like kind of a slap in the face to
Yeah.
fans and everything. What they should have done is they should have killed off Ellie's partner or girlfriend.
Yeah, that would have
And
been
then
another.
That would have given her the reason to go for revenge. And then Joel, that could have, their relationship being strained because she learns the truth. It
Yeah.
could have been them repairing that relationship and then him becoming that calming voice of, revenges and everything because of how his character changed from the
Mhm.
first game. It would show that his character grew and changed, and it would also help her character to come out of the dark place that she's in. But that's
And
what
then later in the game, Joel could have died, and then Ellie
No.
goes on a
I
rampage.
don't want Joel to be killed.
Joel, I'll say
He
it.
has
Joel,
to die.
He
Joel
doesn't have
has
to
to die to progress the plot. He can't always be. He's almost in his 60s.
Mhm.
So you want to
he
kill him
is
just
in his
because he's
six-
old?
Yeah, dude.
You
Well, it's-
ageist.
It's an apocalypse. No one survives that old.
Mm.
Like they even make a reference to it. It's like one of their guys in the community. He died in his sleep peacefully, and everyone is just like, "Wow, what a way to go, man!" Like that. No one ever had dies in his sleep.
Good for
anymore.
him.
What a
Wow,
way
Yeah,
what
to
a
like,
go.
good
dope
for
was
him.
he didn't go out like a man.
But yeah, he had to go eventually.
Mhm.
I just wish it was like in a much better sacrificial way. But
Let's go golfing. You know?
Alex, do you have any characters that you think should have survived?
Yeah, actually, I have one. I actually thought of it on the drive over here. I forgot to
Oh,
write
really?
it down. So yeah, Star Wars. I have
oh
two.
jeez.
Count Dooku. Now I think
Oh,
what
no.
happened to him in episode 3 should have still happened, but I have a way. You ever seen Futurama where they put Nixon's head in a jar?
You know they still don't
I-
know the technology. They just put dust in a jar and then they stay alive somehow.
I think if they had a traveling Bacta tank and they just put Count Dooku's head inside of there and had like a C-3PO type droid just carry it around.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
Do you want to turn him into a cyborg, but just his head?
Yeah, almost like General Grievous a little bit, but just in a Bacta tank that's attached on top of a robot.
A Baka tank.
Yeah.
It's just Richard
Sussy
Nixon.
Baka.
Well, Count
Yeah,
Dooku's
and-
not really an interesting character. So
No,
He's-
but he
he's pretty
helps
interesting.
because in the end, he was gonna get betrayed by Sidious
Yeah.
because
Sure.
he realized, oh God, what have I done? I shouldn't have. smoked
Right,
Yeah,
but
but
he's
he's
not an
still-
interesting character.
He's interesting. What are you talking about?
Right,
He's not
okay,
really
again, I'm
that
I'm
interesting.
talking primarily about the movies. I'm not talking about the Clone Wars. He's not very
You
good in the
can't-
movies as
You
well.
can't not talk about that.
I'm talking primarily about the movies.
His
though.
reasoning for becoming what he did is
Okay,
incredibly interesting.
Okay, I understand.
But anyway,
I understand. Look, if that was in the Clone Wars, fine.
We're
But I'm
gonna
talking
get off
about
on a
him
tangent.
in the movies. Okay,
Jesus
talking about him in
Christ.
the
we're gonna get
movies.
off on a tangent here. What's your
His
next one?
head. His head. Yeah. Put
So
it-
no head,
Yeah. I don't know. I think it could
No,
be
that's only head.
only head.
I think it'd be funny if as soon as he cuts it off, it just cuts to a scene where
It's
like
a
you know where
medical
Darth
droid.
Vader is getting built in episode 3, almost like that type of scene, and he's just like,
Dooku's like, wait a minute.
I can't feel my penis.
Oh, it's not there. Oh,
Well, that's what the Jedi's do. They chop it off.
Oh my god.
yeah, but he
The
still has
Jedis are
force powers as a
circumcised.
robot, so he can, still have his curvy hilt of a lightsaber
Yeah.
or whatever.
Well, I
That's-
mean,
that's
yeah,
his
in
new-
the
that's
in the
his new
Star
dog.
Wars, what's the new Star Wars game? It's not
Outlaws?
Survivor.
Oh, Outlaws? Yeah. Tom just said it.
No, the good one.
Eclipse.
No,
Is
that
it Star
doesn't
Wars?
exist.
It's Fallen,
What do you-
that's Survivor.
Survivor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have an arm, so he uses the Force to levitate his other lightsaber.
Who doesn't have an arm? Oh, the one guy. Oh,
The
okay.
one evil guy.
Yeah,
in
the one from the High
Oh.
Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're getting a little too off track on the Star Wars train.
see, well,
I
you
like
brought
that.
up Star Wars.
brought
and
it
I
up,
brought that.
You
town.
bring
I
up
thought-
Star Wars, the whole fucking podcast breaks down.
Well,
No, I.
This seems like
a
a common theme, Brian. I think
Yeah.
I like that. I thought it was
well,
good.
yeah, his
It's
head.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, Futurama. I'm not a crook. I'm Count Dooku. Brian, what's your say?
Well, it's time for me to go full weeb here and talk about an anime.
No.
Dragon Ball Z.
No, we're not talking about
Dragon Ball
Z.
Super, Dragon Ball, whatever.
Dragon Ball GT.
That series should have been killed off, GT, because it wasn't good. No, I like GT more than Super, but topic for another day. I wanted to talk about Death Note. Now, a character that
I didn't know you watched Death Note.
I have, and I think
watched
it's
the one
pretty
with,
good.
You watch TV?
I don't know who to respond to for that. What were you saying?
I forgot the name. He watched the one with Willem Dafoe.
I've
live
seen
action.
that. Yeah,
Mm.
that's bad. But I watched the original anime, and a character who I think, a character I was disappointed that died was L. Now, I liked L's death, and I think that it was really cool the way that Light managed to finally kill him through this very elaborate scheme. And I think that, the whole series up to that point was like building up to who was going to win between Light and L, and that was great. But the problem is that after L died, nothing interesting happened for the rest of the show. They
Yeah, 'cause-
introduced well, I should also say like the manga too, because they introduced like Nier and I forget the other person's name, but basically these knockoffs of L who aren't really as interesting. And I'm sure a case could be made that there's some kind of thematic relevance to having someone who's similar to L win over Light in the end. But to me, it just kind of felt like just kind of doing the same thing in a way, but it's not nearly as good. So I kind of wish that there was maybe some way that L managed to get back at Light from beyond the grave. I don't know. I mean,
Like a bomb.
it's just a bomb. That's right.
The bomb factory.
Yeah.
They're bombs.
And I think it was a great moment when it happened, L's death, but when Ryuk said, so it's going to get really boring around here now, right? He meant it. He really meant
That was
it.
the
So,
creator
with-
talking through its own creations.
With
Yeah.
L's death, so it's my understanding in Death Note there's a book and you write their name down and they die.
Yes. Yeah, that's the
So
whole
is
plot.
that just how this in calligraphy, it's L?
Well, no,
No,
L
you-
is his pseudonym.
No, see, that's the thing. Like, they spent seasons trying to figure out what his full legal name is.
It
Yeah.
has to be his. Okay.
Yeah, you need to put their full first, last name.
And you have to write down how they die. I mean,
Okay.
you can put anything you want,
Is
but
there any
yeah.
funny deaths?
Someone gets like clotheslined by a ladder.
no, that's in the Netflix
Oh.
version. Well, the deaths in the Netflix adaptation are like goofy, but like they're more like it's more treated. Well, they mostly die of like heart attacks or like suicide in the actual like anime. And there's like this very tastefully done like artsy thing where like Light manages to get information out of someone and then writes their name down, and then she walks away and he's like, "Oh, where are you going? It sucks," and it like fades to like a noose kind of to imply that she's gonna kill herself.
Hmm.
So that's kind of like what the
So-
level of the deaths are in that.
Light's a piece of shit.
I asked
Yeah,
what, I asked
he
what the
is.
funny
Well,
deaths
yeah.
are, and you bring up a new.
Well, I'm just saying there aren't really a lot of funny deaths in that show.
That's the funniest one I could think of.
Yeah.
Oh, what's next? David Carradine's gonna show up.
Oh
Shit, Jesus.
It was an accident, though. He was having fun.
That's what the maid said.
Oh,
Oh.
Wow.
Sean, you got another one?
Wow. I've got time to
That
recover
took you
from
out
that.
of it?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I had one that I had written down here. I said Quint from Jaws.
Oh.
Who was that? Was that the doctor
No, he was the doctor.
or the chemist guy? Or what?
He's that you're talking about what's his name? Hooper.
The guy with the drugs.
Quint's the guy who
Tried to
owned the
drug
boat.
The
Yeah,
shark.
that's Hooper. He doesn't die in the
Quint
Oh,
owns
okay.
the
He
boat.
dies in the book.
Oh, the boat. Oh,
Yeah.
the boat guy.
I liked his character a lot. I thought he was actually probably out of the three the most interesting, and he was mysterious and like how he was, and just him talking about his experiences on the USS Indianapolis and everything that like it was just like he never got away from it really. Like the shark was always coming for him, and it was just one of those things where I wanted him to live. Like I when I was a kid, I was like, I love this character. He's interesting. He's kind of cool. And the chalkboard thing, like he stands out, and it's just him being killed was kind of almost like an Ahab moment, where he got his white whale, but it cost him his own life.
I think that's everyone's white whale.
Yeah, a shark.
No, you're gonna get killed.
Oh,
in the
yeah,
end.
I guess
you're gonna
that's
get
true.
killed while you do it.
I didn't get killed by my white whale.
What's your
Which
white
was your
whale?
It was remember when I got the helmet at Comic-Con?
Oh, that's
like,
right.
That's my white whale at that moment.
Well, I
I
never
thought- I
said
th-
it happens immediately.
I thought you were gonna say the last
Oh,
time we
God.
went to Raising Cane's was your white whale. Like, yeah,
No.
you got it, but at what cost? It fucked
they
you up.
keep Nyquilling our food.
they keep
Yeah, they
putting-
keep putting
Every
NyQuil
time
in
we
our
eat it, we
food.
want to immediately fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
No, and I always thought his character was really, really cool, well rounded, and I wanted to know more about him. But then they just kill him off, in a horrible, horrible way.
Yeah.
He got eaten dick first, and it's just like, come on.
Nah,
the Unfair. Scrotus.
Yeah, but yeah, that's mine. Who's who?
Where we're going to
Rad?
De
Oh,
Janeiro
okay.
next.
You want me to go next?
Who-
Yeah, because we were going this
Do
way.
you have more?
Can someone else go?
Yeah,
Oh, go
can
down.
go.
I had it, but I forgot.
All right, Town, you
Just
go.
do something. Yeah.
Alright. Glenn from The Walking Dead. No.
Oh, that's a shit answer.
Yeah. Thank you. That's not what I had.
Thank you. That's my choice, asshole.
No, that's definitely not what I was picking. No,
I will
no.
just say the Walking
I-
Dead shows have gone down in so bad.
Is this still going on? Or
There's
Yeah.
spin-offs.
Oh,
There's
that are
so
going
God.
many spin-offs.
Yeah,
they're
There's like
essentially just the
6
same thing.
spin-offs.
The dead are still walking. They haven't got their
Some-
Even
Somehow-
though the scientists, I know it's based on comic and whatever, but like you only would really need to survive a year in the zombie apocalypse because everyone would degrade.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
It would all smell like shit for a year, but like after a year there'd be no walking dead
Yeah.
Mhm.
unless new people die.
Well, that's the thing. They're all infected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
why
so
I
you're
keep
telling
track.
me all these new people are just constantly dying around them?
You mean like the hundreds of thousands of walkers that keep happening?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense.
Anyway,
So,
Yeah.
what do you got, Tom?
It's another Star Wars one.
Oh my God.
Oh, is it gonna be
Come
what I
on.
think it
Yeah,
is?
it's okay,
Dude, is
so
it
the
Glub
original
Shitto? It better be Glub Shitto.
Yeah,
Glub-
What?
Kit Fisto. No.
Kit
It better be
Fisto.
Yib Nub.
Glub Shubnub and
Glub Shub Nub.
Oh wait, yeah, I know what you're gonna tell.
yeah,
Glub
it's-
shove it up my ass.
Yeah, I think Princess Leia was a little harsh in Return of the Jedi. Shouldn't have killed Jabba the Hutt. I think they should have made a deal with him. Like, I'll spare your life. Instead of the Ewoks, they should have had the Hutt clan.
Actually, that is
try
kind of
to-
cool.
That
try
would
to fight the Empire. Can you
Oh.
imagine Jabba the Hutt in the throne? Oh, Daita, Darth Vader.
Okay, that
Just
sounds
bring out-
terrible,
just
but I
bring
mean,
out-
No,
Oh,
I
Dog,
actually
no.
kind of like where he's going with that because you were you didn't tell us that information. You were just like, oh yeah, I want Jabba the Hutt to live earlier.
you didn't
you're
give
like,
us the
come on.
explanation. Yeah.
Jabba
No,
the
and
Hutt
he's
in the
like-
throne room sounds dumb, but
It's actually going to be a real-time 30-minute scene of him trying to slug his way into the Emperor's room.
Oh, that throne room. Oh,
Yeah,
that
the
I don't
throne
know. I don't know.
He
about
barely
that.
fits into the Imperial elevator.
yeah.
You want him
what-
to get on the
what's-
Death Star?
What's in the Death Star?
He's gonna blow up.
Yeah, he's not gonna make it. It's like, oh,
he's
go
like, I'm
without-
finally here.
Go
and it
without
blows
me,
up.
Luke. Save your father.
This is the only time he speaks
I
English.
just see like
Yeah.
the Death Star tilting a little bit, and his slime just makes him just roll down.
Yeah, but no, maybe he's so.
Whoa!
I won't get Chewbacca.
Yeah, doesn't he have like a little son, like a
Yeah, he has a son in the Clone Wars.
Jubu the Hutt or whatever? I don't
Jubu
know.
the Hutt.
He
I
does
can't
have a
remember what his
son.
name
I don't
is.
know his.
Yeah, it
son
doesn't
was.
matter.
Not
How about
Gardola.
Lumpy the Hutt? Combine
the
one of the
Hutt?
Wookiees.
Lumpy.
Yeah, Lumpy the Hutt.
Frumpy the Hunt.
Yeah, Lumpy's gonna hear and he's gonna be like,
Jabba's son's
"Oh no,
name.
what happened?" And it's gonna set up this whole thing. He wants to kill Luke Skywalker. It's like,
Mhm.
"You let my dad die on the Death Star," and he's gonna be fighting Lumpy,
The
the
big old
the Hutt.
slime.
with a lightsaber. Be like, "No, he came on his own time."
Oh, Rada
Uh,
the Hutt.
Rada.
Rada.
Yeah.
Who's in one thing and then never seen again.
Nope.
Yeah, because that was
Yeah.
like the pilot episode
Yeah,
of Clone Wars. And
Yeah.
they're like,
I saw that movie twice.
oh yeah, it was a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I would like to see a buddy comedy with Rada the Hutt and Lumpy the Wookiee.
They're adults now, and
Yeah,
they're
they're
like
a
solving
buddy
a crime.
comedy.
They
They're
both
the-
became cops.
Yeah, they're cops in the Star Wars universe. They're pulling over R-wings and TIE fighters.
Yeah.
Like,
You know, there was a Jedi that was a Hutt, his species,
yeah,
but like he was thousands of years ago.
yeah. I just think of Jabba the
Their
Hutt.
requirement level must have been really low.
No, he was like fucking ripped. Like there's actually like images of the dude. And he's got like an 8-pack.
The start,
hilarious.
the start of his journey is the first hut to ever see a Planet Fitness. That's how he gets force powers.
The
first-
Planet Fitness.
the first hut to ever eat a
Oh.
salad.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh.
He was the first hut to ever see his own dick.
Yeah.
Meat chopper. Hello, old friend.
Oh.
Yeah, but now that
God.
he doesn't have like the fat guy voice, it's like really.
Oh no,
It's-
he sounds more like
Zero.
It's like that cat.
no, not Zero, his little creature.
Oh.
It's like-
It's got a name. It's got a name.
Salacious Crumb.
Salacious Crumb. I fucking
Oh.
love that name.
yeah,
He should
Brian
also
knows the
be a
name
jo-
because it was him.
Yeah, I am him.
Is this your
You
gonna
are
be your
Salacious
Halloween?
Crumb.
Is that gonna be your Halloween costume this
I
year?
don't know. Oh, I haven't thought about Halloween this year, man.
No, you need to get some prosthetics and like make your lips really long and be from the extended edition of Return of the Jedi. The singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just Jabba's eating toads in the back.
I'm glad
for
we
him.
can all agree that that scene fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Well, here's a counter to you
It
with
takes me out.
Jabba helping in the final fight. Would this then lead into the pirates being on the planet for those Ewok films?
You know, that's a
yeah,
good
they
point.
can go. I mean, you could
Because-
have both the Ewoks and
It's Battle
the
for
Hut
Endor.
clan.
Because
I would rather
no,
have the Hut
the-
clan over the Ewoks, though. Honestly.
No, but like they work together in the final fight, but then after the fight's over, obviously the Republic just fucks off, doesn't come back, and that's
Yeah.
when Jabba comes to the planet and starts to take the resources.
Sure.
I think there should be a post-credit scene because I mean I think Boba Fett still should have went in the Sarlacc pit. They gathered up a bunch of stormtroopers. They're just feeding it to the Sarlacc pit.
That should have been, yeah.
Post, they just gathered them all from.
I'm gonna be
Endor.
Well, there
honest.
is a stormtrooper in that pit.
There should be like more bodies and skeletons around there.
Well, you see a couple of them. Like I said, you see a stormtrooper and his armor's partially dissolved.
Yeah, Weequay, the robot chicken Star Wars.
Yeah.
Sean, let me ask you,
What is it?
because I know you.
Tauntauns don't Tauntauns remember and they don't forgive.
Mm.
He just throws.
Sean,
Huh?
if Boba Fett survived,
He did.
okay, I know. But I'm saying back in
He did.
'83 when they made the
He
movie,
did.
if he survived,
Or no,
and,
he did in the comic books. He did survive.
okay, I don't care.
And
But
that comic
I'm,
books
I'm
were
saying in the
canon.
original movie, if he survived and made it to the final battle, would you like the movie more? Like if he was like, oh, surprise final boss on Endor.
No, because he.
Jabba
Where's the profit for him in that? He
The
did-
Empire
Right.
hired him.
No, he did the thing. He did what he did because he worked for Jabba and he worked.
So
with the
you
bounty
liked
czar.
when Boba
No,
Fett
Brian,
went out
you
like
know
a bitch
why-
in Return of the Jedi?
Huh?
Did you like in Return of the Jedi when Boba Fett went out like a bitch?
He didn't go out like a bitch. He got his jetpack smashed.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
If
the
anything-
equivalent of a fender bender. It's
Right.
kind of
He basically got sucker punched.
yeah,
It knocked him out, and then he in the comic books he got out of the Sarlacc pit and killed it, and then went on to rule Mandalore.
yeah, whatever. I think you mean he created a very small crime family in Tatooine.
No, he went to rule
Like-
on.
like in the show.
No! I'm talking about
With
the original
those
canon. I'm
stupid
talking about
the
the
cybernetic
original
kids and their
canon.
light
Okay.
bikes.
I'm not talking about this weird like Vespa gang of children that do unnecessary spins.
Yeah, those spins are very
kill
necessary.
everyone.
We're gonna run so quickly at our Vespas. We're going 15 miles an hour.
Brian! Oh, Brian!
No,
watch me
no,
spin.
stop.
Brian, watch me
Brian,
spin!
spin me, Brian, spin, please.
Well, I decided that
Brian,
it's my
get-
turn now.
Brian, give me my Huffy.
We got way too far
Yeah.
off the mark.
Now,
Who do you think should die?
no, not. There are two characters I think shouldn't have died. It's a movie that none of you guys have seen, unless you have, in which case that comment was unnecessary. So a few years ago, I watched a film called Coming Home in the Dark. It is a thriller film from New Zealand, and it's pretty good for the most part. But
I think you mean Gooning Home in the Dark. So
Mooning home in the dark.
so the plot. So what happens is that there are two children at the beginning of the movie who
Oh,
get
no.
shot in the head.
what the fuck, Brian?
Wow.
And those are the characters that I think should not have died.
Why?
So I bet you feel really guilty that you said that
But
a few
what's
seconds
the
ago,
reasoning
Sean.
why
I feel
they
like you're
should
not
live?
really telling me the truth.
No, that happens in the movie.
Children never die. They're
No,
not
listen.
born.
I was watching this movie.
No, they get a free respawn.
No, listen. Listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
The time for talking is over for you.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Look at me.
Taking my rights
I'm the captain
away.
now. No, so I was watching this movie.
Oh,
and
that's my pick.
there
the
are
Somalian pirates shouldn't have died.
Captain Phillips.
It's based on a true story.
I'm kidding.
Oh Lord.
No, so Coming Home in the Dark is about two drifters who find this family and they're about to rob them, but they find out that the husband is he was a former worker at the home that they grew up in, and he covered up like a lot of abuse in that home or whatever.
Yeah.
And basically then they killed their children in front of them, and they take the husband and wife to like their home. And the whole thing is basically like they've captured them and they're like forcing them at gunpoint to go to this home.
Okay.
And it's a very intense movie, but like to begin the movie with like the two children being murdered, I felt like, first of all, it felt a little cheap for me because I was like, that just seems like a very intense way to just to be like, oh yeah, right away these guys fucking suck. But also it's like, I feel like it would have been a great opportunity from a storytelling perspective to have the kids find out that their father is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And to me, it just, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And maybe it did its job a little too well, because I was definitely very unnerved watching that movie because they killed the kids. But also I was very like thrown off. Like I was like, God, they killed the kids and we're still going.
Well, I have to say, so in that movie, you're like, oh, you shouldn't kill kids. But for Sonic, they killed that little girl, and you're like, yeah.
Well, she deserved
They
it.
killed Maria.
Oh my God! I'm so
Yes!
excited.
Shoot her again.
No, it's not.
Reload.
Double standards, I say. Double standards.
No, because that works for the story or whatever. But like,
So in film, you're like no killing children, but in video games, you're pro child
no,
death.
I'm just
Bro,
saying
to
that
kill them.
the way that it was done was also very sudden. It was.
Was it like in the very beginning of the
It
film?
was, yeah. It was like the first.
Just random two people come in and they shoot.
Yeah, it was like the
kids
first
and
10
dead.
minutes, and I felt like, did we really need to? Because they
And
also
did
don't
they shoot the
acknowledge it.
kids just because they couldn't control them or something?
I don't. Well, the kids also, they were also like really, like dumb kids, and they were like, "Oh man, you kids need to behave," and then they die, and it's also like it feels like you were, doing something there. I don't know. To me, it was also just like, I don't know. It felt like after that, the dad wasn't really fighting for anything else. I mean, obviously he had to get away from the drifters.
Yeah.
Like that was the main thing, but it's also like, well, he's only got his wife to care about now. And also, spoiler alert for the movie, she eventually escapes the captors, but instead of like going back to them, she basically jumps into the river. Like she would rather die than be captured by them again. So after that, it's like,
What's the point?
yeah, I don't know. It's a very depressing movie. I'm sorry to bring it
Yeah.
up, but
Yeah.
Way to
I
bring
felt like
that.
I needed
It's
to
kinda
talk
hard to jump
about it.
off on you with this.
I
one.
know,
Like,
I know.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I was like, oh yeah, these kids are.
You talk about this random
Murder.
movie none of us have seen, and it's very depressing.
I'm sorry. Well, I felt like I needed to talk about it. It's definitely a slow burn of a movie, and I kind of appreciated that, but there's just something about that and how it was presented that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Was it effective in getting me to hate these villains? Yes.
Well, yeah,
What
they
was
killed
even
a
their
child.
goal? Was it money?
They wanted to make the dad suffer and like go to the home and be like, you're an awful, deplorable piece of shit. We're gonna take everything from you like you did from us, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they're two drifters and they're not good people. Also, yeah. I mean, was I very scared? Yes. Yeah.
Are you the father?
No, was I? No.
You're a scared
Oh, God.
little boy.
No, God. I'm
Were
gonna
you
die.
one of the kids?
Oh, jeez. Well, that's what
Is
I
that
have
why
to say.
you're worried about your hair? You
What?
don't want to see the
No.
bullet scar.
There's nothing wrong with my hair. What are you talking about?
You're
It's
worried
very
about going bald.
luscious.
I'm not worried about going bald.
You said that a little while ago.
Just talk about the next movie you want to talk about. All right. Don't drag me down.
Am I going now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Go, do it.
Eddie Carr from Jurassic Park 2.
Who was that guy?
He was the dude that made all the vehicles, and he was the one that attached the tow hook and saved Jeff Goldblum and Vince Vaughn and what's her name?
Can I piggyback off
Michael
of?
Moore.
Can I
or Michael-
piggyback
Michael
off
Moore.
of yours and say, I want the fat one to live?
You want
Oh, yeah,
from the
they're such
first
a
one,
memorable
Dennis
character. They're just the
Yeah.
fat one.
Why do you want him to live?
Because he's gonna end up stinking rich.
No, you don't want to. You don't want the gamekeeper guy to live.
No, I don't care
You
about
want
it.
That's in the book.
Nah,
He blows a fucking raptor up with a rocket launcher.
I don't.
Like that's badass. But no, like Eddie Carr, he was a cool character. He was putting himself on the line to save these other people's lives, and like he was a badass, and then he gets ripped in half by 2 T-Rexes, which sucks.
What that is kind of badass.
No,
Like,
like
go
no.
He's got you there.
I mean,
Sure.
would you rather have like heart attack or I got torn in half by 2 goddamn dinosaurs?
I'd rather have the heart attack.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, but you're not.
What
being
if you
ripped
got
in
a
half
heart?
by 2 dinosaurs?
What if you
and
got a
still be
heart
alive?
attack while being ripped apart by 2 dinosaurs?
That's just horrible.
Yeah, but
I mean.
in your casket, I feel like you'd have a smile on your face because you know you had a cool death.
There's not
It would
going to
just
be
be
a
like-
casket.
All they're gonna find is
Yeah.
like
There's
your
not
femur.
going to be a casket.
You
You're
didn't
being
say-
eaten by 2 T-Rexes.
They'll put the
they were
dino
eaten?
poop
Okay,
in
I thought
the,
they were just ripped in half.
No, they ate
in the
him.
casket.
Oh my god, no. No, I.
I think
you
there were
know.
like way too many carnivores for this one small park.
It wasn't a small park. It was big. It was pretty big.
We're the only
There's 2
carnivores, the raptors and the T-Rex.
No, they had other things.
Okay.
They had Dilophosaurus, and they had a couple other things.
Yeah, but the only things that escaped were those
Everything
two.
escaped.
Well,
All the fences were open.
look, life finds a way. Okay.
Life.
That's a line from the movie.
Life
Yeah.
finds a way.
Is that the end of your segment?
Yes.
Cool. Go.
You're so
I
rude.
want- Oh wow! I want the big chemist guy to live. The guy who stole the
He's the computer
genomes.
guy. He's a
Yeah.
hacker.
The hacker who stole the dino
Oh.
genomes for
Newman?
Dennis
money.
Nedry. Newman.
Newman.
Oh,
That's it.
hello, Newman.
Oh, from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
You started talking about a big chemist. I'm like, are you gonna talk about Breaking Bad?
No,
You're that chemist
no.
guy from that Breaking show.
No, not yet.
Well,
Yeah.
Walter White.
You know, Vince Gilligan's mom was like, I wanted Walt to get away.
But yeah, I would have liked to have seen him at least like die later, because like getting spit in the face with acid just seems a little too easy to get rid of him.
It wasn't. It was an acid though. It was a thing to like make
It-
him blind. It was, but it wasn't acid.
He got shot at with green liquid that smoked in his
It was-
face.
It was purple.
And it was steaming because it was hot. It came out of a dinosaur's ass.
What? Anyway, yeah. Like he pulled over the car for like
He
car
didn't
trouble.
pull over the car. He ran into a fucking tree.
No, he pulled it
He
over.
crashed the car and it was
Nah,
stuck.
not
He
in
wasn't
my
like, oh,
mind.
let me pull over here real quick, get a selfie in this beautiful park I'm never coming back to. It was like, no, he
Nah.
crashed because he couldn't see because of a hurricane.
I think that's not involved at all. That's not involved.
Alex
in
is
this
the kind of guy to
conversation.
see like a car wreck on the road and be like, wow, they really parked a little
They
too
should have
close.
parked there.
Yeah, they
I think
should
they're
have.
going to get a ticket.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's my pick anyway. Brian, go.
Well, it's a town.
Well,
center.
town's
Yeah,
got
or
some. Are
town
we just
go.
fucking
Yeah.
Oh, I
creating town?
guess fucking hell looks like
Why'd you do back at me then?
Because it was going this way.
All right, what do you got, town?
I don't have anything. No, I have one more.
All right.
Is it also
So
from Star Wars?
I actually could have
Glub
another one
Shido.
from Star Wars to talk about, but
Don't. That's okay.
I'm not. It'd be funny if all 3 of mine were Star Wars, but no. It's all right. So in Borat, the first one.
Really?
No, in Borat.
Serious?
Yeah. So
Oh God.
in the first one, you have Borat,
Oh, goodness. All
and he
right.
goes on the journey with his producer Azamat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and in the second one, they kill him off screen,
Mm.
and they show it, because he's a really big fat guy, and I know fat guys, and they like skin him and they use him as like a rug.
Oh my
In
god.
the movie.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
Well, you
seeing
wouldn't
that.
know that because you didn't see the first movie before.
I saw the first movie.
Yeah, they literally just have like a skin, like
God damn.
Brian, you remember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they like I think it was like draped over a chair or something, but yeah,
oh my
they,
god.
no, but the whole reason why he's on the second movie is because they offered him like I think the same amount
Yeah.
as the first movie to be in it, and he's like, "No, you're gonna have to pay me more." And they're like, "Okay, we'll just write you out of it." So they just decided to fucking skin him alive, and
That's kind of funny, actually. I
It's
mean, it's so mean, but
I want him to be in the movie though. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's a funny like way to I guess
Well,
write
he
him out.
shouldn't have asked for so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like you like if the first movie is really successful, you ask for just a moderate boost, not like
I
a,
think it's
not a
fair to
crazy
ask for
amount.
more money.
Yeah,
Well-
no, you should ask for more money, but not like a crazy.
De
Well, I
amount.
also-
Niro,
well,
I don't
no-
think you know what this guy did in the first movie,
Yeah.
He literally like went naked wrestling Borat. The dude deserves a raise.
He does.
doesn't-
I
he doesn't
know,
deserve,
I'm
like a
agreeing
Brad
Well,
with
we
Pitt
the
also
raise.
don't know how
I
much.
just don't know. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he requested a ridiculous.
Well,
amount of
we
money.
don't know.
But we don't
and I'm
know.
not going to
Mhm.
assume
So
anything
I'm
about
not.
that.
Yeah,
so.
I'll just won't assume. But
I think because it's Amazon, they should have just met the
Amazon's cheap.
yeah. Jeff Bezos is like, oh no,
Like they have
We're
a
not
whole division just for TV, and they still don't do a lot.
yeah, they're like skin him alive instead.
I
And
like
then
to
they-
say for the
they
Well,
just
record.
well, something I found out actually is because Jeremy Clarkson, he has a TV show, and they have the Grand Tour and stuff. They actually have to use their own production company to make the TV shows, and then they get allowed to upload it to Amazon.
Really?
So Amazon is really just the benefactor to give money.
Distributor.
Yeah, and this is the distributor, and that's it.
Did not know
They
that.
are not involved anything with production or whatnot. So maybe it's a production thing.
Here, camera on me. I'd like to just say for the record that anything said by my fellow co-hosts do not reflect my views of any production companies. Please hire me.
Oh my
anyway,
Oh my
um,
god, you fucking.
They're not gonna skin
snake.
you alive, put you
Yeah,
on a chair.
man,
They're gonna
that
do that
was-
to me.
That
yeah.
was a little snaky.
Well, I'm just saying. I just gotta cover my tracks here. You know.
You want your
Yeah.
resume in the description?
yeah. Can we actually do that?
No. All right,
Um,
Brian, finish us off.
We're gonna do one more lap
Oh,
around.
man.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Where are we at?
50
Time was-
minutes.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Wait, how many minutes?
50 minutes.
Oh, we can probably just go around once more.
All right, one more time.
We can, the podcast can be over an hour long.
Huh?
Yeah, a lot of
He
podcasts.
can?
Most of
What
them
are
are.
you talking about?
Who are you?
I don't appreciate that.
This is
attitude.
going off script. This is going off script, Sean. I can't deal with this.
My last pick is, and it's kind of a category, honestly, but it's most characters or most side characters in Stranger Things that are introduced for one season just to die, like such as Bob
Getting the
and
rumblies
Eddie.
for the chicken.
Barb.
Yeah,
Sorry, go
Barb.
ahead.
Like what?
Justice for Barb.
Well, I don't.
She deserves better. Oh, she had terrible fashion, but she didn't deserve to die.
Who was that hunk of a guy?
Bob.
Bob.
No,
That
not
That
Bob.
wasn't Bob. That was
Oh, you
dating
mean the
Winona
mullet guy?
Ryder's character.
Mullet guy with the porno
Is it
stash?
Tommy?
Bobby,
Bobby.
something like that. Or-
Eddie?
No,
I thought
Billy.
it-
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah,
Billy.
Billy.
Like the show introduces all
He
these.
was a Power Ranger.
Oh yeah, that's right. The problem is the show introduces all these side characters just so they can die. I mean, like
Yeah, the
none of the
Demogorgon
main
food.
characters have died.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because they don't want to kill the main characters.
Well,
Mhm.
well, thank you, but I'm just saying, like, kill some of them off. Give us a little bit of like tension here.
You know, I
Oh,
can't
now
wait.
you want to kill off kids?
No.
Okay.
No,
okay.
not the kids.
When it suits you. It's a show full of kids.
Not the kids.
They're not
like,
kids anymore.
I'm just saying, like, kill like Hopper or
No.
No, Hopper's
okay,
just-
Hopper's too big. to
Hopper and the
fail.
mom are distinct characters, and they can't
Yeah.
die.
Didn't they kill Papa?
Who?
Yeah, her dad,
Fourth season.
the scientist
The
guy. that
scientist dad.
Basically
Oh,
kidnapped her.
that guy.
The actor
You
of
were like
Joker from
Papa.
Full Metal Jacket,
Oh,
if you remember him.
Yeah. What's his name? He was in Memphis Belle. He's got
We don't
Matthew
know-
Modine.
Okay.
well, I'm just saying, if they're gonna introduce all these side characters that are like cool, like I mean, I liked Eddie in the 4th season from what I've seen of that season. I haven't
Oh, he'll
seen the
be
whole
back.
thing. That's a good question.
They're all gonna come back at the
Well,
very end. if
They
They
things
all
talked
go.
about
come
it
back.
in like the whatever, like based on D&D. Like there's a character that did
Yeah,
what
there's a
he did,
vampire guy.
and
or
he comes
whatever.
back as a vampire.
Okay. Well, okay. If he comes back, that's fine. But just
But he'll
like,
probably not like stay. Like he's gonna be like, oh, sorry.
He'll die again.
Like I if I stay in the real world, I'm gonna die. So
But
I have to
look,
go
I'm not
back
a
to the
real
other-
boy.
but look
I'm
for
not a
this
real
for
boy
this final
anymore.
season, they better kill off some people.
They're not gonna.
They're not.
Well,
going
I think
to.
they should.
They're not okay. Well, they're not gonna do that.
Okay, well, all right.
But-
That has nothing to do with what I just said. I think I said I think they should.
Brian, there's a reason you're not the
I
Duffer
know.
Brothers.
I'm just saying it's my subjective opinion. You can't just be like, well, there's nothing to say after that.
Why are you
Brian-
getting
I want
upset?
you. I want you to listen to what I'm going to say, and I
Stop
don't want you to
yelling.
respond.
You're
Stop
yelling,
yelling.
Brian.
You're getting way too irritated.
I'm just
Stop.
saying. I think they should say
Hmm.
nothing.
Wrong.
The only
Brian,
person
if
who
the
should
Stranger
die
Things
is,
characters die, I want you to
11.
die with them.
It's 'cause you hate
I'll
Lily
do
Collins.
it.
You're damn right. 11
Sean,
should die.
Okay, let's not start. Sean, what?
You just said you want a main character to die. I'm agreeing with you.
No, I know, but you
But
want
just
11
want
to
Millie Bobby Brown to go.
All right, well, here,
Maybe.
let me ask you this, Brian. Who would you want to die?
You must choose,
who's
Mr.
the-
Bond. Who
Jonathan.
will die?
Jonathan should probably die.
Who's Jonathan?
The older brother.
Yeah,
Oh, the
Well,
guy
that's a-
who's like has the
That's
camera in the
not a
first
main
season.
character.
he is. He's a main character.
You said a
He's kind
kid.
of
He's
more-
an adult.
He's kind of more ensemble-y, I think.
I said a main character. I didn't say specifically one of the kids. I'm just saying a main character.
I think Finn should die. Or no, that's not his. Who's the kid? Who's Finn's
Mike.
character? Mike. Okay.
Oh yeah, Mike
Mike
has
should
been an
die.
asshole since season 2.
Yeah, Mike just became such an asshole. Like the only redeeming factor I can think of him is just sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
I think the whole cast should just get him in a firing squad. Not even by like the
Oh my
Demogorgons.
gosh.
Not even by the
Jesus.
Demogorgons in the show. Just like, all right, we took care of that problem. All right, now on to our adventures.
My God.
Camera back on me.
Yes.
Oh my
I also just want to say to Millie Bobby Brown, I do not advocate for what Alex DeGeneres says about you. I know he doesn't like you for whatever reason. I don't know why. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing okay.
If it means anything, Millie, I think you're pretty cool.
I know you're married to John Bon Jovi's son. Cool.
That's pretty cool. I'm very happy for you guys.
yeah. You
Yeah.
steal a horse, you ride, right?
I sent flowers, but I did not receive a thank you letter.
Yeah.
Millie,
Millie,
Bobby,
we're watching you.
Bobby.
Brown.
Millie, Bobby, and Brown, I'm talking to all three of you.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Just
Uh,
watch Millie Bobby Brown just listen to this and just like, who the fuck are these
Yeah.
people?
Oh God.
Sean, what do you got?
I have a few still.
Jesus. All right.
What?
We can do lightning
talk.
rounds.
I'm just
Well,
monitoring.
I can't believe none of us have talked about this, but John Marston. I don't think he deserved to die. I don't think he
Oh,
should
you can
die.
say that to Arthur Morgan too.
Yeah,
but
Arthur
Who's
Morgan too.
that?
No one else has played Red Dead except you
Stop.
and me.
Oh, that he's a.
yeah,
Red
John
Dead
Marston.
Redemption 2.
Oh, I
John
don't
Marston
know.
should not have died. You know, he was done. He was out. Everything was fine. And the Pinkertons are just like, you know what? We're just going to fucking kill you anyway. And your whole family. Fuck the Pinkertons. That's what I have to say about that.
Well, there's a reason why they barely exist anymore because
Because
they
they're assholes.
kept they
they're
were
owned by a
assholes.
toy company or card company or something.
No, they're
They're still around.
they're still around. They're
yeah,
an
but
actual
they're
thing.
owned by the card company. Remember
Oh,
that
okay.
what is it? Magic the Gathering, right? That guy opened up that really rare card that he got sold accidentally at Target that wasn't released yet, and they sent the Pinkertons to his home in like full on tactical gear
No,
to get him, something like that.
get
do you
off
have
your
another one?
phone.
He's looking. Maybe he's looking at his list. Do you have another one?
Uncle.
Oh yeah,
Uncle shouldn't have died.
Yeah.
The Lumbago should have got him.
the Lumbago. Another
So
one
you gotta
from
be a
Red
little
Dead
more.
Redemption.
Uncle who?
Uncle is his name. He's
Uncle is his name
He's
in
from
Red Dead Redemption.
and
Oh,
Red Dead
okay.
He's
Redemption
the
2.
one old guy in the group
Yeah.
who's just like, you kids don't understand these days.
I can't do it. I got lumbago.
I got lumbago. It's a progressive disease. It's eating up my back.
John.
You don't build a house, dumbass.
Oh, that's a barn. You
Oh, you don't build a barn, dumbass.
This is 1875.
You order it. It comes to your house.
Build a little house together. Do you guys have anything else?
Are you entertained?
You two?
I'm
I
entertained slightly.
could say one more, but it might be Star Wars.
Go ahead, do it. Do it.
Do it.
Okay, I was gonna say
better be Glub
Yoda,
Shudo.
Return of the Jedi. Dude just is like, the screenwriter says I'm too old to continue.
Which one? Yoda?
Yoda.
Oh,
No, I think Yoda's death was
He's-
necessary.
he's
over
like-
900 years
like,
old.
But what's the cutoff? It's like 900 is old, but by his standards, like, all right, I'm 901 now.
Well,
This
we
is
don't
my-
know what his species is.
It's like-
this is my time. He's the Yoda.
He's the
He's
Yoda-
the
he's
little
like-
frog dude.
Maybe he's
Little
like
He's a
frog.
frog.
maybe he's like
Yeah.
Alf's species who immediately die when they reach 400.
What if he just ate some
Good.
bad like soup and he died? He
He
got
just
some.
ate some
Yeah.
bad
He got some
It's-
poisoning.
It just felt like I'm also gonna die conveniently when you're here, Luke. You're not just gonna find my body here on Dagobah. I think that would have been funny if he was like Yoda. Yoda's like,
He was
oh, he's-
using his last
fucking
connection with the
dead.
Force to keep him alive until Luke came back.
Yeah.
He was already sick too because he's coughing a bit.
Well, he probably also
He's-
spent the last of his energy talking to Luke.
Well, he also
training
fucking
him and-
dropped the information. It's like you are not the only Skywalker.
Sure. He
also, he cut himself off from the Force to protect himself, and then maybe in Episode 5 when he lifts up the X-wing, that took a strain and toll on him.
yeah.
'Cause if you look
I didn't
at-
think of that.
If
so
you
he
look at
cuts
the
himself
garbage
off
movie,
from the Force, but then brings it back for 10 seconds and then
Okay,
cuts
yeah.
himself off again.
But if you look at the
Yeah.
movie that is trash, the what is it? Last Jedi, garbage.
It's not Star Wars.
Luke does the same shit and then immediately dies.
Well,
It's dumb. It's dumb. It was
no.
terrible.
it was.
I think
not.
I don't like
lifting
that
up
movie.
a ship is a little different than force projecting yourself from across the universe.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing. It's using the Force.
It
to do
is
something
so
that's
not. What are
strange
you
slot.
talking
It
about?
is
Let's
the
not-
same thing. Look at it from this perspective. Yoda is 900 years
Can
old.
we
Okay,
not do this
and
now?
then Luke
This
is
your
probably
fault.
equivalent
You started this
of that
shit.
at his actual age. So anyway, yeah.
No, I just think they took his plot armor away, and they're like, "Oh, he needs to die now, not an actual."
It was
He
impactful.
just in.
Oh my
I don't think it was that
God,
impactful.
no.
I do. I
don't think-
cried.
He's, You cried?
I'm
Yes,
crying
I did.
now.
when you were like 2 when you saw it.
I wasn't 2. I was 7, and I
Oh, yeah.
cried. And
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? I still cried. When we saw Return of the Jedi in
Yeah.
theaters, or was
You
it
probably
last
cried
year?
because you shit your pants or
I
something.
cried a little
don't
bit.
know.
How dare you? I stopped shitting my pants when I was 6. Thank you very much, Brian. Stop. You're fine.
Yeah. Also, where's his lightsaber? Did he just throw it away?
He did throw
No,
it
he
away.
left it at the Senate.
Yeah,
Remember?
he left it in the
Why
Senate.
couldn't he use his
dropped
force
it.
power? Like, oh, let me get that lightsaber real quick.
Because it's on a different
No,
planet.
because-
No.
Oh my!
Okay,
I mean,
Palpatine has it in his trophy room.
Because Palpatine.
he has
yeah.
it in his stroke. Oh, what? In one of the comics?
No. Well, yes, but no. In the comic, in the comics, in
Ah.
the extended universe
You're
comics.
so full of
Hold on,
shit.
hold
Sean,
on,
if
hold
I had
on,
a tomahawk right now, I'd hit
hold
you
on.
bullseye right in
Hold
that,
on.
right in that lion mouth of you.
Hold on,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. Wait, in the comic books, he doesn't have it in his throne in his trophy room. It gets melted down as a symbolic because Yoda was like the
Does
most
anyone
famous.
want to be a goblin?
But
Oh my god!
anyway, he keeps it. But anyway, do you have any other ones?
I think he should have fought with an Ewok and
Do you
lost.
have any other ones?
He's just as
Do you have
tall.
any other ones?
No.
Anyone else have any other ones?
No.
I have
No.
another one.
Ah, shit.
Oh my
well,
God.
Star
damn
Wars
it.
related.
No, it's not.
Okay. No, sorry. That's a requirement now. It has to be Star
No,
Wars
we're
related.
not doing that. This is John Soap McTavish from the original Modern Warfare trilogy. I don't think he should have died.
Doesn't he
in-
die in the new one
He dies
too?
in the third one, yes, which is why I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the original one where he
This
actually
seems
mattered.
like a canon event. You can't
It's
avoid
stupid. It's very stupid because he gets stabbed directly in the chest and doesn't die. Oh, there's a little explosion, dead. Right after you saved his life, it was a waste of time. Dumb.
it. Yeah.
I thought it was stupid, and I have one more.
Okay. Okay.
Done?
Well,
I
yeah.
didn't-
Keep
you
going.
were all
keep
upset
going.
that I have stuff now. Oh, okay.
Oh, keep going. Keep going.
Well, Dr. Mark Green from the show ER. I don't think he should
Who
have
the
died.
fuck is what show? Okay.
ER. It was a really famous
go
show.
What are you, a white mom?
I love that show, and yes, I watched it with my mom and my dad. I don't think that Dr. Green deserved to die the way he did or die at all. He didn't deserve cancer to kill him.
What is this? Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy, don't you fucking say that name ever again. That show's garbage.
Prove it.
That show's jumped the shark so many times with its events and other things. It's just not good. Plus,
It
they've
jumped
stolen.
the shark.
Yes,
That's
the term.
impressive. That's like
Yeah, I'll give
that's
it
a,
up to
that's
them
a
for
big
that.
vertical.
This is my last episode. But yeah, those are just the picks that I had.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Brian, you don't get. You
So-
wanted to do 2 episodes in
Um,
one day.
No, that's cool. I'm very happy.
And
No, you're
next
not.
time we're gonna talk about characters that should have died.
Skylar.
Yes.
No, no,
No,
no,
no.
no,
Skylar
Walter
no.
Jr.
No, no,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
I think
no,
Jesse
no.
Pinkman, like when he had his like gas can, he's like, "What's going on out here?" And then Jesse Pinkman was like, "I'm gonna kill you," because they've actually technically never met in the show.
Mm.
That's true. They haven't.
Yeah,
I think they would have in El Camino. Maybe. I don't know.
he's at
Open
Badgers
the
and
door.
Skinny Pete's
Open
house.
the door.
And he's,
Why
he's
not?
smoking a bowl with them,
No, why
like
not?
playing Xbox.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
Those are his
somehow-
new friends.
He somehow unrelatedly became friends with Badger.
Sure, why not? He became best friends with 2 of the best hitmen west of the Mississippi.
It's like, oh hey.
Yeah, and they're like theorizing about like the next Star Trek episode because they talk about like having a pie eating contest in Star Trek.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny if they were like hanging out and the 2 guys are like, I miss Heisenberg. Yeah, you know what? I miss my dad Walter. I think you guys would have liked him
And
if
they're
you
like,
met him. I think you would have liked Heisenberg if you met him. and it's like they show a picture of who they are. It's like, did we just become best friends?
As
Well,
if he isn't plastered all over the news.
Yeah, everyone knew that he
Yeah,
was
El Camino.
Heisenberg at the end.
No, but they kept Walt Jr. away from TVs for like a month and a half. They're like, hey, we don't need to know about this.
Yeah.
Just drive your car. Oh wait.
Oh wait. Okay.
Well, thanks for watching this episode
Yeah.
of Major Idiots
Wait, babe,
Podcast.
you. What?
Are you doing it?
What, the outro? Yeah. Well, thank you for coming into.
Do you want to do it, Brian?
Well, I
I
started.
think Brian
No,
should
you
do
didn't.
it.
Fine, do
I
it.
did the intro.
All right, fine. Do your
No,
outro.
all right, fine. Do the outro,
Fine,
Brian. No,
fine.
you want to be it.
Fine.
No, main character. Go do it.
What main?
Do it.
What he just want a little bit of starshine and the glimmer of darkness.
I want to be center of attention. Fine, go, Brian.
Well, thank you for watching the Major Idiots Podcast. If you're Millie Bobby Brown, thanks for watching this episode.
That's why I didn't want you to do it.
Yeah, exactly. My
Because
point.
freaking, well, you didn't say
Yeah,
any of our
exactly.
socials.
So I'm going to take care of this now. Hey, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Major Idiots Podcast. We appreciate you listening to us on any of your podcast platforms. Be sure to follow us on social media at the Major Idiots Crew on Instagram, Twitter, or X, and Facebook, and our
We have a
website.
Facebook?
Let's
Yeah,
not
we're going to
make it
have
face.
wherever
Oh,
you get your social
God.
media platforms, we're going to have that.
Damn it.
So thank you for tuning in. We will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Fuck you.